Concept number 1. Composite supply and mixed supply. Any idea? Any idea regarding composite supply and mixed supply? Composite supply is defined under section 2 clause 30. Mixed supply is defined under section 2 clause 74. Composite supply or mixed supply, actually it's a bundle of various supplies made together. Supply may be of goods, supply may be of service, supply may be a combination of goods or service. When two or more supplies made together, for a single price, such combination is known as either composite supply or mixed supply. When two or more supply may be of goods, two or more supply may be of service, two or more supply may be combination of goods or service. When they are made together for a single price, such supply is known as composite or mixed supply. If the combination is naturally bundle, then supply is known as a composite supply. If the combination is artificial bundle, then such combination is known as mixed supply. If the bundle is such that one supply is in conjunction with another supply, it is naturally bundle. This is known as composite supply. While mixed supply, it's a supply of two or more goods or services or any combination where they are not naturally bundle. Got it?
Yes, sir.
When two or more supplies made together for a single price. When two or more supplies made together for a single price, they are naturally bundled. They are artificially bundled. If they are naturally bundled, supply is known as composite supply. If they are artificially bundled, supply is known as mixed supply. We'll explain with the help of various examples. Just write it down. Two or more supply for a single price. If they are naturally bundled, supply is known as composite supply. If they are artificially bundled, supply is known as mixed supply. Composite supply, taxable with the rate of main supply. Mixed supply, taxable with highest rate in that bundle. Main supply or principal supply. Just write it down. We'll explain with the help of example. Written?
Yes, sir.
Now, let us understand with the help of an example. Take the example of hotel industry. Hotel industry providing you room renting service. It's also providing you meal facility. In the same charges, providing you gym facility, dry clean facility, dry clean or laundry facility. Laundry facility. Assume he is charging room rent 10,000 per day. Suppose it's a Taj hotel. He is charging room rent 10,000 per day. In that 10,000 package, he is providing you room renting, meal facility, breakfast, gym facility, laundry facility. It's a bundle of various services. One of which is room renting, another is meal, another is gym, another one is dry clean or laundry facility. So this one is bundle of service. Is this naturally bundle or artificial bundle, Shanta?
Naturally bundled.
This
Actually
one is
bundled.
naturally bundle. This one is naturally
Yes.
bundle. So such
Yes.
supply is known as composite supply. Which one is the main supply? Which one is the
Room
main
rent.
supply?
Room rent.
Room renting. So entire 10,000 shall be taxable with the rate of room. Suppose room rate is 18%, meal is 5%, restaurant service, gym is 28, dry clean, let us say 28. So entire 10,000 will be taxable at the rate of 10%. Entire 10,000 will be taxable at the rate of 10%. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So supply is composite supply, main supply is room renting. Accordingly, entire value is taxable with the rate of main service, that is room renting, 10,000 per day. Take another example. Take the example of air transportation service, where you pay ticket charge Delhi to Bangalore flight, let us say 15,000. It includes transportation charge plus meal facility. Am I making sense? It includes transportation charge and meal facility. Again, it's a bundle of service, two service. One is transportation, another is meal.
Yes.
Let us say transportation is at 12%, meal is at 5%. Hypothecate. Purely transportation services is covered under 12%. Purely meal facility services is covered under 5%. But it's a combination of services. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
So which type of service is this? Nature of service.
It is a composite supply.
Good. Composite supply. Naturally bundle. What is the principal supply? Meal or
Transportation.
transportation?
So 12%.
Transportation service. So taxable, entire 15,000 would be taxable with the rate of transportation. I hope you are getting the issue.
Yes, sir.
Take another example. Take the example of Haldiram. Haldiram took one big basket. In that basket, sweets are there. In that basket, namkeens are there. In that basket, dry fruits are there. In that basket, beverages are there. In that basket, anything else? Beverages. What else? XYZ. I don't know. That is the rate of sweets is 5%, rate of namkeen is 18%, dry fruit is 18%, beverages is 12%, XYZ may be nil rated. Entire bundle is of rupee 2000. Can I say that it's a combination of various supplies?
Yes.
Sweets, namkeen, dry fruit, beverages, and XYZ.
Yeah.
So this one is a mixed supply. This is not naturally bundle. These can be sold separately. These can be sold separately. It's an artificial bundle, not natural bundle. Am I clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this one is mixed supply. So what should be the rate of? Highest rate in that bundle. What is the highest rate?
18%.
18%. So entire 2000 would be taxable at the rate of 18%, 360. So I think concept is sufficient. Shall
Yes,
I
sir.
take more example?
That's enough, I think.
Enough. So we have
Yeah.
two type of supply: composite supply and mixed supply. Composite supply are the two or more supplies made together. It may be of goods, it may be of service, it may be a combination of goods or service. If they are naturally bundled, supply is known as composite supply. If they are artificially bundled, supply is known as mixed supply. In case of composite supply, taxability arises with the rate of principal supply in that bundle. In case of mixed supply, taxability arises with highest rate in that bundle.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Next, another concept. Ashanta, how many participant is there?
Sanjay and me only, sir, as of now.
I mean, two only, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Manner and utilization of input tax credit. Another important concept from exam point of view. Manner and utilization of input tax credit. You know the meaning of input tax credit?
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning
That,
of ITC? Input tax credit.
that is, whenever you buy, you will be paying certain tax that can be utilized when
Good,
you are selling it.
good, good, good. It means
Yeah.
GST payable on output minus
Yeah.
GST paid on inward supply. What you have paid at the time of purchase. What you have paid at the time of purchase, you can set off this tax with the tax payable on outward supply. This set off is known as
Input tax credit.
input tax credit, and balancing figure is the net GST liability. So whatever tax paid at the time of purchase, assessee can set off this amount with a tax payable on outward supply. Such set off is known as input tax credit. Such set off is known as input tax credit. So what is the manner and utilization of input tax credit? Suppose in books of account IGST is lying. Suppose in books of account SGST, UTGST is lying. Suppose in books of account CGST is also lying. Which among these shall I pick first to utilize? Are you getting my
Yes.
point?
Yeah.
Shanta Sanjay, which among these four I should pick first to utilize the credit? This is known as
IGST,
manner.
sir.
This is known as manner. And where can I use this IGST? Where can I use this CGST? Where can I use this SGST or UTGST? This is known as utilization.
Okay.
I think camera is not working properly. Are you comfortable in this scenario?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very clear, visible, sir.
Oh,
Your
good.
your image only is going and coming quite often, but the board is very clear.
Done, 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 done.
Yeah.
Sanjay, are you comfortable also? Chalo, manner means which among this is to be picked first. First, you have to utilize the IGST. This one is low. First, you have to utilize IGST. Thereafter, you have to utilize CGST. Thereafter, you have to utilize SGST or UTGST as the case may be. So this is manner of utilization. Manner of utilization. First, you have to pick IGST. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
IGST can be utilized, number one, towards IGST. IGST can be utilized towards IGST. Remaining can be set off with CGST or SGST in any manner at the option of, in any manner at the option of taxpayer, in any manner at the option of taxpayer. First, you have to pick IGST. IGST can be set off number one with IGST. Remaining, you can set off with CGST, or you can set off with SGST, or 50-50%, or 60-40, or 70-30, 80-20, as the case may be, at the option of a taxpayer. Are you getting my point, Sandra?
Yes, sir.
From exam point of view, you may
Yeah.
take 50-50%.
Okay.
So first with IGST, remaining, if any, 50% with CGST or 50% with the SGST.
Yeah.
CGST, any idea? First with,
CGST
remaining with
with
IGST. What about S? First with,
SGST.
remaining with IGST. U, first with, remaining IGST. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Crux of the matter, CGST cannot be used for SGST,
SG. Yes, sir.
and SGST cannot be used for
CGST.
CGST. We'll explain with the help of 2 or 3 examples. So first you have to pick IGST, then you have to pick CGST, then you have to pick SGST, and last UT GST. So number one, IGST can be set off. Number one with IGST, remaining, it can be set off with CGST or SGST in any ratio at the option of taxpayer, in any ratio. But from exam point of view, you may take 50-50.
Okay.
Alternatively, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20 is also permissible.
Right.
Right? Then C, first with C, remaining with I. Then S, first with S, remaining with I. Then U, first with U and remaining with I.
Yeah.
Crux of the matter, C cannot be set off with S. S cannot be set off with C.
Okay.
Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
So let us consider with the help of example. A dealer of, let us say, Delhi, provide the following information for the month of, today is 1st December.
Yes, sir.
For the month of December 2023, Delhi dealer made purchases from Delhi, 10 lakh. Intrastate purchase, Delhi dealer made purchases from Punjab. Can I say that? Intrastate,
Yes.
Delhi dealer made sale in Delhi. Intrastate supply,
Yeah.
Delhi dealer made sale in Haryana. One thing, 14 lakh. Rate of GST 12%. Compute GST liability. I will do it for you. You just
Yeah.
have to move together with me.
Yes, sir.
Just write down the question. 2 purchases and 2 sale.
Yes.
Just say yes when you write down the question.
Yeah, it's over, sir.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The speed is perfect.
Yeah.
In exam, first you have to compute taxes paid on inward supply.
Okay.
First you have to compute taxes paid on inward supply. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So we have two inward supply, one from Delhi, another from Punjab.
Yeah.
So purchases from Delhi. How much?
1,20,000. 12
Purchases
lakh.
from Delhi, 10 lakh.
12 lakh. 12 lakh.
Purchases from Delhi, 10 lakh. Can I say that it's an intra-state purchase?
Yes.
Which type of tax apply?
CGST and SGST.
6% each,
Yeah.
60,000. Remember one thing, whenever question is silent, all sale purchase are exclusive of tax.
Okay.
Whenever
Okay.
question is silent, all sale purchases are exclusive of tax.
Okay.
So any issue?
No, sir.
Next. Next. Purchases from
Punjab.
Punjab. How much?
15 lakhs.
15 lakh. Delhi dealer made purchases from Punjab. Delhi dealer made purchases from Punjab. Can I say that interstate supply?
Yes, sir.
Which type of tax apply?
IGST 12%. 1 lakh
12%,
80,000.
1 lakh
80.
80,000. So this one is your working note one. Taxes paid on inward supply.
Okay.
Any query on taxes paid on inward supply? Any query?
Nothing, sir. It's clear.
Good. Now, working note two. Tax payable on outward supply. Tax payable on outward supply. Number one, sale in Delhi.
Yes.
How much?
12 lakhs.
A dealer of Delhi made sale in Delhi. It means intrastate.
Yes, sir.
Which type of tax apply?
SGST and CGST.
6% each.
Yeah.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Second, sale in
Haryana.
Haryana.
Hmm. Interstate IGST.
Good. Interstate IGST 12%. How much?
1 lakh 68,000.
14 12 are 168.
160.
So you first working note, tax paid on inward supply. Second working note, tax payable on outward supply. Any query in these two notes?
No, sir. Clear.
Next, now computation of net GST liability. Computation of net GST liability. Whatever tax is payable on outward supply, just write it down here. Whatever tax is paid on outward supply, just write it down here. So tax payable on outward supply. How much is the IGST?
1 lakh 68,000.
C and S.
72,000. 72,000.
This one is tax payable on outward supply
Yes.
minus tax paid on
Inward supply.
inward supply. This tax paid is known as
Input tax credit.
marvelous. This tax paid is known as input tax credit. So what is the manner? First you have to take
Yeah.
IGST, then
CGST,
then
SGST.
UTGST. In our question, UTGST is not there.
Yeah.
So how much is the amount of IGST?
1
180.
lakh, 1,80,000.
How much is the amount of CGST?
The 60,000, 60,000.
60,000 each. Can I utilize first CGST without utilizing IGST?
Yeah.
No. First, you have to utilize IGST.
Okay.
First, you have to utilize. First, you have to utilize IGST. Without utilizing IGST, you cannot move proceeds to CGST.
Okay.
First, you have to utilize IGST.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So IGST 180. IGST first with IGST.
Yes, sir.
So out of 180, 168 is used towards payment of IGST.
Yes, sir.
IGST become nil.
Yes.
Now remaining ITC 12,000.
Yeah.
Now remaining IGST 12,000, from where it can be used.
It can be used for both CGST and SGST or to
At
single
the option
as
of taxpayer, he can use towards CGST, he can use towards SGST, but from exam point of view,
50/50.
50-50. So remaining is 12,000.
So
50% is
6,000, 6,000.
take your proper time.
Mm.
Any query.
That's all. Mm.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
First, you have to utilize IGST. This is mandatory in nature. This is the requirement of law.
Mm.
Next, C can be set off with first with C. Entire set off.
Yes, sir.
What about S? What about S?
Again, ST, SGST.
S can be set off with S. So this one is the answer. Net GST liability, I think nil, and
6,000,
72 minus 66,
6,000, 6,000.
6,000. Payable by 20th of next month. Payable by 20th of next month. Any query?
So IGST can be set off only against IGST.
First with IGST, remaining with C or S in any
Okay.
ratio, in any manner.
Okay. Okay. And
Just look
both
at this diagram.
CGST and SGST can be utilized for IGST actually. Okay.
Yes, look at the
Yeah.
diagram.
Yeah.
C first with C, then with I.
Yeah.
S first with S, then with I.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. Very clear, sir.
So take another example. Now I want you to try this question.
We'll do that, sir.
Actually, this is important from exam point of view.
Mm.
A dealer of Karnataka. In exam, you have to focus on state, as
Okay.
it will determine the nature of supply, whether intrastate or interstate.
Okay.
A dealer of Karnataka provide the following information for November 2023. Purchases from Delhi 20 lakh. Sale in Karnataka 10 lakh. Sale in Tamil Nadu, 15 lakh. Only one purchase is there, two sales are there. Assume rate of GST 5%. You have to compute number one, tax is paid on inward supply. Number two, tax payable on outward supply. Number third, net
Utilization.
GST liability.
Okay.
So
Okay, sir.
make it fast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Done?
CGS 25,000 is tax payable.
So just help me.
Yeah, tax payable.
Purchases from
Delhi.
purchases from Delhi. So Karnataka dealer made purchases from Delhi amounting rupee.
Interstate.
It's a interstate chargeable to
IGST is the thing.
5% rupee
1 lakh
1
rupees.
lakh. Very good. Sale in Karnataka. It's a
Yeah.
intrastate supply.
CGST, SGST.
Good.
Two and a half, two and a half. 25,000, 25,000.
Very good. Then sale in
And Tamil Nadu, interstate,
interstate. Amounting
15,
rupee.
15 lakh,
IGST.
IGST 75,000.
Now net GST liability.
Yes, sir.
Computation of net GST liability. Whatever is payable on output, just
That
write
should
it
be
down
taken
there.
first. Yes, sir.
Whatever is payable.
Yes, sir.
So tax is payable on
Outward supply,
outward supply
75,000,
75,
25, 25,
25,
25.
25 minus taxes
And
paid on,
inward supply, that is input tax credit.
that is input
Tax credit.
tax credit. First
I, IGST,
IGST, then
one, then CGST,
then
SGST.
or UGST as the case may be.
Yeah,
You
1
have
lakh.
IGST only, na?
Yes, sir. 1 lakh rupees.
1 lakh. No credit of CGST, no credit of
Yeah,
SGST. So
correct.
can I be used towards I?
Yeah, definitely, sir. 75,000 we can
Yes.
knock off.
So remaining
25. 25.
25,000 you can set off with C also. You can set
Exactly.
off with S also. But for exam
Exactly.
point of view, 50-50
12 and
percent.
a half, 12 and a half.
Clear na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very clear.
Net GST liability
CGST 12 and a half. SGST 12 and a half.
payable by 20th of next
Oh,
month.
okay.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So one more example.
Okay.
A dealer of
Yeah.
Chandigarh. CHD stands for Chandigarh. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Provide the following information. Number one, purchases from Chandigarh rupee 10 lakh. Sale in Delhi rupee 12 lakh. Rate of GST 18%. I am taking only one purchase and one sale.
Okay, sir.
For the clarity of concept,
Yeah.
you have to do three things. Number one,
Yeah.
tax on purchase. Number two, tax on sale. Number third, net GST liability.
Right, sir.
Remember, Chandigarh is Union Territory.
Okay, sir. So net tax payable is 36,000.
26,000.
36, 36.
What is that? IGST, UTGST, or what?
That is the yeah, IGST, sir. IGST payable is 36,000.
Chandigarh dealer made purchases from Chandigarh rupee
10
10
lakh.
lakh. Can I
So
say that
tax,
intrastate supply?
yes, sir. CGST and UTGST,
Good.
90,000, 90,000. Tax payable,
Sale in Delhi.
Delhi. Interstate, IGST,
IGST.
2,16,000.
Perfect. So tax payable on output is IGST only.
Yes, sir.
Tax payable on outward supply IGST only
Yeah.
minus tax
Input,
paid on inward
inward supply.
supply, popularly known as ITC.
Yeah. Input
First, you
tax
have to
credit.
take the ITC of IGST, then CGST, then
UTGST.
SGST or UTGST.
Yeah.
This we don't have.
Yeah.
CGST we have
90,000.
90,000. IGST we don't have. UTGST we have 90,000.
Yeah.
C, first we have to utilize towards C, but there is
C.
no tax on outward C.
Yeah. There's nothing is there.
Remaining can be utilized towards I.
IGST. Yeah.
C first with CGST, remaining with IGST.
Okay.
So on UTGST first with UTGST, remaining
UTGST.
with
IGST.
IGST. So this is net GST liability.
Uh,
How much?
36,000
30
payable. 36,000.
payable by 20th of next month. This is the whole crux of manner and utilization of ITC.
Okay, sir.
Important from exam point of view.
Yeah.
I think sufficient practice. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Enough, sir.
Shall I move
So
on to another concept?
I should, yeah, I should be used towards I first. C should be used towards C first.
Yes,
Again,
yes,
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 just
yes.
should be used
Look at
to,
this table,
yes,
na? Look at this table.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This table should be your WhatsApp DP for today.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right, sir.
Just write down in paper, torn this paper for exam purpose.
No, no, no.
No, it's really useful, not only for exam point of view, but also from practical point of view. Na?
Exactly, exactly.
Shall I move on, Sanjay? Sanjay, you are not participating in chat regularly.
Yes, sir. He is not participating orally or even in chat also.
Chalo, khair, anyhow, Shanta, you and
Yeah.
me move together.
Yes, sir.
Speed is okay, na?
Oh, perfectly all right.
Chalo, next concept is concept number, I think, 3.
Yeah,
First is composite and mixed supply. This one itself is chapter. Second is
yeah.
utilization and manner and utilization of ITC. Third, block ITC. Block ITC. What does it mean?
Oh, no idea, sir.
ITC of certain goods or services not available. This category is confirmed for example. Is confirmed for. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, which type of goods or services are not available for ITC? Number one, it will take approx 1 hour. Number one, 7 motor vehicle for transportation of goods, motor vehicle for
Passengers.
passenger, motor vehicle for transportation of goods. Change the color. ITC always available. ITC always available. Transportation of goods, motor vehicle. Can I say that he's talking about trucks, lorries?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Motor
Yeah.
vehicle for transportation of passenger. He is talking about car, buses,
Bus.
etc.
Yeah.
You have to check.
Mm.
Seating capacity up to 12 passenger. Seating capacity up to, sorry, 13 passenger, including driver. Seating capacity above 13.
Yes, sir.
Above 13 means mini bus, minimum.
Yes, sir.
Mini bus, traveler. If it is more than 13 passenger, ITC always available. If seating capacity is up to 13 passenger, then two possible scenarios are there. Seating capacity up to 13 passenger. Can I say that? Talking about normal car, seating
Yes,
capacity
sir.
5.
Yeah.
If the seating capacity is up to 13 passenger, then in the following 3 cases, ITC is available. Number 1, taxpayer engaged in sale purchase of car dealer. Taxpayer engaged in sale purchase of car. Number 2, used by driving school. Driving school is also use the car na?
Yes, sir.
And used for transportation of passenger. Ola Uber.
Yes, sir.
In these 3 cases, ITC is
Always
available.
available.
Apart from these 3 cases, suppose I purchase a motor car, CA purchase a motor car, so CA is not engaged in sale purchase of motor car, CA is not engaged in driving school, CA is not engaged in transportation of passenger. As far as other cases concerned,
Yes, sir.
ITC blocked. So make it fast. Motor
Yeah.
vehicle. Motor vehicle used for transportation of goods. ITC always available. Motor vehicle used for transportation of passenger. Just check the seating capacity. Seating capacity up to 13 passenger. Seating capacity more than 13 passenger. Up to 13 passenger. More than 13 passenger. ITC always allowed. Up to 13 passenger. If it is covered in three situation. Which three situation? Taxpayer engaged in sale purchase of car dealer, if it is purchased by car driving school, if it is engaged in transportation of a passenger service. In these three cases, ITC is available. Other than these three, ITC is not available at all. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, example. Make it fast.
Yes, sir.
Determine whether ITC is available or not. Determine whether ITC is available or not. Number one, car purchased by A. CS in practice. Car purchased by car dealer. Car purchased by doctor. Car purchased by X Limited, a motor driving school. Car purchased by company for their employees or director. कंपनियां देती है ना बेटा कार.
Yes, sir.
F. Car purchased by tour and travel company. Tour and travel company means transportation of
Passengers.
passenger. Are you comfortable with writing or speed?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No
Car
worries.
purchased by number one, CS in practice. Number two, car dealer. Number three, doctor. Number fourth, X Limited, a motor driving school. Number fifth, company for their employees or director. Number sixth, car purchased by tour and travel company for transportation of passenger. So just
Right.
let me know the answer. Car means
So,
seating capacity 5.
CS in practice not allowed.
CS in practice not allowed. Car dealer,
Allowed.
very good. Doctor,
Doctor not allowed.
motor driving school,
Allowed.
purchased by company for their employees or director,
This is not
not
allowed, sir.
allowed. It is
Not
neither
allowed.
engaged in transportation of passenger, nor in car dealer, nor motor driving school.
It is
Not
allowed.
allowed.
Next.
Not allowed.
Next is yes, sir.
Next one is passenger
Allowed.
transportation allowed.
Yeah.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Second, buses. Buses means seating capacity more than 13.
Yeah.
Buses purchased by A. क्या बोलते हैं वो स्टेट ट्रांसपोर्ट अंडरटेकिंग. State transport undertaking. Case 2, buses purchased by company for their employees. Every big company have their own buses
Yes, sir.
for their employees. So 2 is sufficient. So
Yeah.
buses seating capacity more than 13.
Okay.
You don't
Yes, sir.
have to check anything. You don't have
Okay.
to check anything. ITC always allowed. Cleared?
Yes, sir.
What about trucks?
It is allowed.
No need to check anything. ITC always allowed.
Even if it is used for our own use, also trucks,
Yes,
then also
yes,
it is
yes,
allowed.
yes. Take the example of Hindustan Unilever. They have their own trucks. Take the
Correct.
example of PepsiCo Holding. They have their own transportation system.
Ah,
So trucks, whether purchased by transport company or whether purchased by or on transportation. Mother Dairy have their own trucks.
yes, sir.
ITC shall always allowed. On trucks, ITC is always allowed.
Okay.
Any query in motor vehicle?
Nothing, sir.
Shall I move on?
Yeah. So two-wheeler by this thing not available, most probably.
Two-wheeler ITC, it depends. Capacity having more than 125 cc,
Okay.
then it is treated as motor vehicle. If cubic
Okay.
capacity is less than 125 cc, not treated as motor vehicle.
Okay.
So if one thing is not in the definition of motor vehicle, then ITC is available.
Okay, sir.
Take the
Okay.
example of bicycle.
Okay.
Bicycle is not motor vehicle, na? ITC would be available.
Okay.
JCB machine,
Hmm.
tractor, these are not the motor vehicle. ITC is available.
Okay.
These are the machineries, na?
Yes, sir.
So if anything is not motor vehicle, then ITC would be available. Bicycle is the
Okay.
perfect example. Na? Shall
Yes,
I
sir.
move on?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
175AA. Vessel and aircraft. 175A talks about motor vehicle. AA talks about vessel and aircraft.
Okay.
Scenario 1. If taxpayer engaged in sale purchase,
Okay.
number 2, used in transportation of goods. TPT means transportation.
Yeah.
If it is used in transportation of,
Passengers.
very good. Number 4, used for providing training. Used for providing training. In these four cases, ITC is allowed. If buyer is engaged in sale purchase of vessel aircraft, if buyer used is for transportation of goods, if buyer used in for transportation of passenger, if buyer used for providing training, ITC
Okay.
is allowed.
Yeah.
In any other case,
Not allowed.
other cases like personal,
Use. Personal
Mukesh Ambani
aircraft.
has personal, Ratan Tata has personal vessel and aircraft,
Hmm.
ITC not allowed. Every big company, every listed company has their own aircraft, which
Correct.
they used for the transportation of director.
Yes, sir.
ITC not allowed.
Hmm.
ITC not allowed.
Okay.
Are you with me now?
Yes, sir.
So in case of vessel or aircraft, ITC is allowed only when ITC is allowed only when number 1, if it is engaged in sale purchase of business. Number 2, used in transportation of goods. Number 3, used in transportation of passenger. Number 4, used in providing training. In these 4 cases, ITC is allowed, else ITC is not allowed at all.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Next, repair, maintenance, servicing, and hiring, and insurance. 17.5 AB. Repair, maintenance, servicing, hiring, and insurance of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft. Just write down the full form.
Yeah.
Motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft whose ITC is available. Motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft whose ITC is
Not available.
not available. Now listen me carefully. If ITC of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is available, then ITC of these 5 services would also available.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to telling you?
Yes, sir.
If ITC of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is available, then ITC of these 5 services, repair, maintenance, servicing, hiring or insurance would also available. So ITC of above mentioned 5 services would also available. Here, if ITC of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is not available, then
Not available. Above I mentioned
ITC
service.
of above mentioned 5 services not available.
Hmm.
So 17.5 AB talks about repair, maintenance, servicing, hiring or insurance services. If motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft, ITC is available, then ITC of these 5 services would also available. If ITC of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is not available, then ITC of these 5 services is not available at all. Written? Written? Car dealer. Sold car to Deepak Jain, CA in practice. Regarding this, car ITC is available or not? Regarding car dealer, Shanta, Sanjay,
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm there.
car dealer, car ITC is available or not? To car dealer, car ITC is available.
Okay.
Insurance
Car
of car
dealer, he said it's available time. Yeah,
available. Regarding CA in practice, car ITC
not available.
not allowed. Repair and maintenance
Not allowed.
not allowed. Insurance
Not allowed.
not allowed. I hope you're getting the issue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If ITC of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is available, then ITC of repair, insurance, hiring of that motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is also available. On the contrary, if ITC of motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is not available, then ITC of repair, maintenance, hiring, insurance, beta is also not available.
Yes, sir.
This is the crux of section 15, 17.5 AB. Any issue?
No, sir.
Sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Chal, next. 17.5B. Following services are covered under 17.5B whose ITC is not available. Number 1, food and beverages. ITC is not available. Outdoor catering service. ITC is not available. Beauty treatment service. ITC is not available. Health service. ITC is not available. Cosmetic and plastic surgery. ITC is not available. Life insurance. ITC is not available. Health insurance. ITC is not available. Membership of club. Fitness center. ITC is not available. travel benefits provided to employee. Popularly known as LTC.
Yes, sir.
In these services, one, two, number one, food and beverages. Number two, outdoor catering. Number three, beauty treatment service. Number four, health service. Number fifth, cosmetic and plastic surgery. Number six, life insurance. Number seventh, health insurance. Eighth, membership of club and fitness center. And nine, travel benefit provided to employee. ITC of above mentioned services are
Not available.
not available. However, ITC of above mentioned services are available in following three situations. Above mentioned 9 services, ITC can be claimed in three situations. Number one, if recipient means buyer,
Hmm.
if recipient is engaged in similar line of business. Suppose Haldiram sold food and beverages to Bikaner.
Okay.
Bikaner is engaged in similar line of business.
Yeah.
So Bikaner can claim ITC. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So number one, if recipient is engaged in similar line of business, ITC is available. Number two, if these services are provided to employee under statutory obligation. If these services are provided to employee under statutory obligation, then ITC of these services is allowed. For example, worker who works in hazardous industry, dangerous industry, mining industry, their life insurance and health insurance is mandatory. Any idea? For
Okay.
example, worker engaged in mining industry, their life insurance and health insurance is statutory obligation of employer. Worker engaged in cracker industry, pataka industry, their life insurance and general insurance is mandatory.
Okay.
So here is the statutory obligation of employer. So if these services are provided to under statutory obligation, if these services are provided by employee to employer under statutory obligation, then ITC of these services would be available. Am I clear? Sanjay, clear or not? Shanta.
Clear, sir. Clear.
Third, if these services are used as composite or mix supply. If these services are used as composite or mix supply, we'll explain with the help of example. Haldiram sold pack food to Jet Airways. Jet Airways use such food in passenger transportation. In flight, you get the meal, na?
Yes, sir.
Haldiram sold packet foods to beta Jet Airways. Jet Airways used such food in passenger transportation service. Can Jet Airways beta claim the ITC or not of these food?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
It is a part of composite or mix supply. Jet Airways use such food in passenger transportation service. Means such meal is a part and parcel of passenger transportation service, composite supply.
Yeah.
So accordingly, ITC would be available. In these three situations, In these three situations, ITC of 9 services is available. Number one, if recipient is engaged in similar line of business. Number two, if these services are provided to employee under statutory obligation. Number third, if these services are used as composite as mix supply.
Yes, sir.
Comfortable, or you want to do some practice?
No, it's fine. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Next, 17.5C, work contract service. Work contract service, it means construction, repair, maintenance, renewal, etc. of immovable property. Work contract service in relation to immovable property. Work contract service in relation to immovable property. As far as immovable property is concerned, GST prescribe two type of immovable property. Number one, land and building. Number two, immovable plant and machinery. Any idea? Any idea immovable plant and machinery?
That is those which are fixed to
Centralized
the
ACE.
government.
Centralized ACE is a perfect example. Lift, escalators, any machine which dig in the ground level, like shaft, petrol pump shaft.
Okay.
These are the plant and machinery which is immovable in nature. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So if in case of immovable plant and machinery, ITC of work contract services, ITC of work contract service is always allowed. In case of work contract service relating to immovable property, ITC is always allowed. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Regarding land and building, you have to check expense is capitalized or not capitalized.
Hmm.
Expense are capitalized. Expense are not capitalized. Not capitalized means debited in
Fixed asset account.
P&L. Petty amount.
Hmm.
Petty amount debited in P&L. If there is huge amount, then expenses are capitalized in value of asset.
Increased.
So if expenses are capitalized, ITC is not available. If expenses are debited in P&L, ITC would be available. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So this is the work contract service in relation to immovable property. Immovable property may be land and building. Immovable property may be immovable plant and machinery. Immovable plant and machinery, ITC shall always or always available, whether expense capitalized or not. Regarding land and building, you have to check whether expense are capitalized, expenses are not capitalized. If expenses are capitalized, ITC is not available. Expenses are not capitalized, then ITC would be available. Let us understand with the help of an example.
Yes, sir.
Service provider Anmol Construction. This one is one of my client.
Okay.
Work contractor. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Service provider, Anmol Construction is work contractor. Service recipient, X Limited is service recipient. Construction of factory building. Construction of factory building. Expense is capitalized. Line 2Y Limited. Repair of reception area. Expense debited in P&L. Number third, Z Limited. Installation of pollution control equipment. Pollution control equipment is plant and machinery. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Expense are capitalized. So first, let me know the answer. First, work contract service in relation to factory building, expense is capitalized. ITC is available or not?
Not available, sir.
So in this case, ITC not available. Regarding second case,
ITC available.
although work contract service in relation to immovable property, but expense is debited in P&L. ITC
Available.
available. What about pollution control equipment, plant and machinery, expenses
So
capitalized?
not available.
Available,
I
available,
see.
available.
Okay.
In case of plant and machinery, ITC is always available,
Okay, sir. Okay.
whether capitalized or not. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it should be taken as a separate equipment. Okay. Right.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is not a immovable thing. Okay.
It is immovable property, but it is
Yeah.
immovable plant and machinery. Like
Okay.
textile plant, cement
Yeah.
plant,
Yeah.
storage tank.
Right. Right, sir. So for immovable plant and
Still,
machinery,
wait
it's
for a minute.
always available. That's
Wait
it.
for a minute. I will show you the real picture of plant. Look at this. Santa, what is in your screen?
Sorry?
Are you able to see the pics?
Yeah. I am able to see the pictures.
Yeah, all these are
Hmm.
immovable plant and machinery. This one,
Okay.
this
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ah. So, any query in this phase?
No. That is
17.5C
that is land and building. If it is capitalized, not allowed. If it is not capitalized, it's allowed.
allowed.
In
And in
case of
case of
immovable,
plant and machinery, always allowed.
always allowed. Yeah.
However, two
Yeah.
kind of plant and machinery, ITC is not eligible at all. Write it
Oh,
down.
I see.
In the following two plant and machineries, per contract surveys in relation to two type of plant and machinery, ITC is never allowed. Number one, telecom tower. Number two, pipeline laid outside factory premises. In these two cases, ITC is never allowed. In these two cases, ITC is never allowed. Number one, telecom tower, and number two, pipeline laid outside factory premises.
So for this gas distribution, whatever the pipeline that they lay, so that
Sorry,
is not available.
say
Gas
again.
distribution, centralized gas distribution, CGD.
If it is outside factory, then ITC shall not available.
Okay. Sir.
Take the example of Indirect gas, IGL also.
Yeah,
Pipeline laid outside factory premises in open area.
correct.
On the roadside, ITC is not available at all.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So this is the crux of 17.5C.
Yeah.
Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
17.5D. We are not taking work contract service. We are procuring the material and labor for the purpose of
Okay.
work contract.
Okay.
Are you able to get the difference between C and D?
Yeah.
C,
Materials are
I am
supplied.
outsourcing the work.
Yeah.
C, I am outsourcing the work to a contractor. D,
Yeah.
I am managing the work on its own.
Correct.
I am arranging the material, I am arranging the labor. So still
Okay.
ITC is not allowed.
Okay.
So arrangement of material or labor for
Work
immovable
contract.
property.
Yes, sir.
Again, two situation, land and building, immovable plant and machinery, land and building, expense capitalized, expense not capitalized, expense capitalized, ITC,
Not available.
expense not capitalized,
Available it was earlier.
available. Plant and machinery,
Available.
always available whether capitalized or not. But in two cases, not available. Telecom tower and pipeline laid outside factory premises.
Okay. Yes, sir.
This is the crux of 17.5D.
D.
17.5E. Tax paid under composition scheme. You know this composition scheme? Lump sum taxation.
Okay.
Tax paid under composition scheme, ITC, not available at all.
Now, what is this composition scheme, sir?
Oh my God. Composition scheme itself is a chapter.
Okay.
And this
Okay.
one is mandatory for exam point of view. One question is
Okay.
from this phase. So
Yes.
do one thing we'll take after this ITC.
Okay.
Composition scheme is in chapter itself. Huh?
Okay, sir. Okay.
We'll consider after ITC.
Yes, sir.
So ITC not available at all.
Yes.
Next, 17.5F. Non-resident taxable person. Person who occasionally undertook business in India. Have you heard the concept of trade fair in Delhi from 14th November to 27th November?
Okay.
Any idea? In Delhi, Every year, trade fair is conducted from 14th
Correct.
November to 27th of November for 13 to
Okay.
14 days. If
Yeah.
Indian party participate in that fair, then
Yeah.
such Indian party is known as casual taxable person. If
Okay.
non-resident participate in that fair for 20 days, 15 days, he is known
Okay.
as non-resident taxable person.
Okay.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
So non-resident taxable person, he is participating in that fair, he import goods. In case of import goods, he will pay IGST,
Yes.
ITC allowed. Other goods or services which he procure, ITC not allowed. Suppose he will book a space in International Trade Fair Organization, beta.
Yeah.
If he is there along with GST, ITC would not available. Hiring furniture for the purpose of trade fair, paying GST, ITC would not be available. Resides in hotel, paying
Okay.
GST there, but ITC would not available. And ITP can claim ITC only in respect of imported goods.
So other
And
goods and
ITP can
services.
claim ITC only in respect of imported goods.
Yeah. So other goods and services procured in India. That's it.
Yes. Other
Okay.
goods or services procured in India, ITC not
Not
available
allowed.
at all.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, 17.5 FA. Any goods or services procured for the purpose of CSR. Have you heard this word CSR?
Yeah.
Corporate social
Social
responsibility.
responsibility. Yeah.
Any goods or service procured for the purpose of CSR, ITC is not available at all. This is the latest amendment. So any goods or services procure for
CSR.
CSR activity, corporate social responsibility activity, ITC is not available at all.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
17.5 G. Goods or services for personal use. ITC.
Not available.
Good. It should be used in business, na?
Yes, sir.
Goods or services must be related to business.
Yeah.
Only then ITC is available. Otherwise, ITC is not available at all.
All.
H. And last, good lost, stolen, theft, written off from books of account. BOA means books of account.
Yeah.
Goods lost, stolen, theft, written off from books of account. In all these situations, ITC is not available. So this is the crux of ITC block. 17.5A, 17.5AA, 17.5AB, 17.5B, C, D, E, F, F, A, G, and H.
H.
One question, minimum 5 marks.
Yes,
Confirm
sir.
from this chapter.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So take the break of 2 minutes only. Just take the
Right.
pause. We will
Okay.
start with another mandatory chapter, composition scheme.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Pause of 2 minutes only. Yeah?
Yeah.
Today is our last class, na? Today is the 5th day. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Now, another confirmed category is composition scheme under GST, section 10. Just write down.
Yeah.
Point number 1. This is the presumptive taxation of GST. Presumptive means lump sum.
Yeah.
Here only outward supply is taken into consideration. A nominal tax rate is charged, but ITC is not available. Entire tax is to be paid through cash only. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. ITC
In
not
case of
available.
composition supplier, government is charging a nominal rate of GST instead of 5, 12, 18 and 28%. Let us say government is charging only 1% tax. But that
Okay.
1% you have to pay through out of your own pocket. You cannot collect from buyer, you cannot claim ITC.
Yes, sir.
So that's why it is known as presumptive taxation. Presumptive means lump sum.
Right.
Point number 2, scheme is purely optional in nature. Scheme is purely optional in nature. If you want to opt this presumptive scheme, you can opt. Benefit is that you no need to maintain detailed books of account. As ITC is not available, no need to maintain detailed books of account. You have to pay a nominal tax. Instead of 5, 18, 28, you have to pay only 1% tax.
Okay.
This one is the major advantage, but major drawback, you have to pay tax out of your own pocket.
Okay. No
or,
ITC is available.
or in cash, you cannot claim ITC. So
Okay.
that's why scheme is purely optional. If you like the scheme, come. Or the composite scheme. If you don't like the scheme, out from scheme. The scheme
Okay.
is purely optional in nature. Option is to be exercised. Option is to be exercised before commencement of financial year. That is before 1st April.
Yeah.
Option is to be exercised before commencement of financial year, that is before 1st April. Option 1's opt can be withdrawal at any time. Option 1's opt can be withdrawal at any time, but once withdrawal cannot be reassumed in same financial year. You are in the composition scheme. For the month of
Okay.
April, you are in the composition scheme. May in the month of composition scheme. June, let us say in the month of composition scheme. From July, you want to opt out the composition scheme. Can I do so?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do so. But once you have opt out the scheme, you cannot reassume the scheme in same financial year. In next financial year, you can opt the scheme.
Okay.
So scheme once opt can be withdrawal at
Anytime.
any time during the financial year. But once withdrawal cannot be reassumed in same financial year. Clear?
Yes, sir.
We have two type of composition schemes. Speed is okay, na?
Yeah. Speed is perfectly all right. Yeah.
Composition abbreviated as CS. CS is not company secretary.
Yeah. Right.
ठीक है ना? We have two type of composition scheme. Scheme 1, Scheme 2. Scheme 1, Section 10.1 and Section 10.2. Scheme 2 is 10.2A. First, I am letting you know the Scheme 1. Thereafter,
Yeah.
we will move to Scheme 2.
Okay.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Scheme 1, Composition Scheme. Section 10.1 read with Section 10.2. A person can opt Composite Scheme 1 in current year. A person can opt Composite Scheme 1 in current year if his aggregate turnover in immediate preceding financial year does not exceed 150 lakh. I can also say that 1.5 crore,
Yes. Okay.
but law says 150
150
lakhs
lakhs.
to follow the law. In
Yeah.
current year, you can opt the composite scheme subject to your last year turnover is maximum up to 150 lakh.
Okay.
Subject to your last year turnover is 150 lakh. If your last year turnover exceeds 150 lakh, then in current year, you cannot opt composite scheme at all. You have to follow the normal scheme.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
However, in the following 8 state, however, in the following 8 state, limit is 75 lakh instead of 150 lakh. You have to learn the name of 8 states. Number 1, Arunachal Pradesh.
I think Seven Sisters
Yeah.
plus J&K.
Arunachal Pradesh,
Yeah.
Manipur,
Mizoram.
Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, and last is Uttarakhand. In 8 state, you have to consider 75 lakh. In remaining state or union territory, you have to consider 150 lakh.
Okay.
In 8 state, you have to consider 75 lakh. In remaining state, you have to consider 150 lakh. It last year turnover is up to 75 lakh or 150 lakh, as the case may be. Then in current year, you can opt composite scheme. However, if last year turnover exceeds 150 lakh or 75 lakh, as the case may be, then you cannot opt composite scheme at all.
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
So let us understand with the help of example.
Yeah.
You have to decide your own whether it is 75 lakh state or 150 lakh state. Take the
Okay.
example of Delhi. Delhi is
150
150 lakh
lakhs.
state.
Yeah.
You are checking in financial year 23-24 that you are eligible for composite scheme or not.
Okay.
Last year turnover, financial year
Yeah.
22-23.
23.
Let us say aggregate turnover in last year. ATO stands for
Aggregate turnover.
aggregate turnover. Case A 50 lakh. Case B 75 lakh. Each and every case is a separate case.
Yeah.
100 lakh. 150 lakh. 180 lakh. 200 lakh. In current year, when can he opt the composite scheme? In current year 23-24, when can he opt the composite scheme? Case A,
A, B, C, D. Yeah.
he can opt. Yes means he can opt. Case
Yeah.
B,
Yes.
yes, he can opt. Case C,
Yes.
yes, he can opt. Case D, yes, he can
Yes.
opt. Case E,
No.
no,
No.
he is a big SSC.
Exactly.
As turnover exceeds 150 lakh, he is a big SSC. Big SSC has to follow normal provision.
Right.
This composition scheme is for small players.
Correct.
And this one is no. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Example 2. What would be your answer in above example if state is Sikkim instead of Delhi?
Only 1 and 2 is eligible.
Good, 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 good. Only one for Sikkim. Only 1 and 2 is eligible. Remaining,
Or not
you
eligible.
cannot opt for composite scheme. Just write it down.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the meaning of aggregate turnover? It is most important. Meaning of aggregate turnover. It is defined under section 2 clause 6. It means number 1, all taxable supply. Number 2, all exempted supply. Number 3, export of goods or services. Number 4, interstate supply having same PAN number. SBI Delhi rendered services to SBI Mumbai.
Yeah.
PAN number is same, but supply is
Yes.
interstate. So these 4 supplies is a part of aggregate turnover. All taxable supply, all exempted supply. Exempted supply में बेटा exempted भी आती है जो गवर्नमेंट exempt करती है, नॉन टैक्सेबल भी आती है जिनके ऊपर जीएसटी नहीं लगता, पेट्रोल,
Okay.
लीकर, और इवन
Yeah.
नील रेटेड वाली भी आती है, मिल्क, कर्ड एटसेट्रा, whose rate is 0 Exempt means exempt by government. Like vaccination, rate is 5% better in the public interest, exempt by government.
Okay.
Take non-taxable means not chargeable to GST at all. Liquor, petroleum product.
Okay.
And related means whose tariff rate is zero, like agricultural produce, vegetables, fruit, meat, etc. Clear?
Yes, sir. Exempted, what are the examples, sir?
Exempted are those goods or services which had some rate 5, 12, 18 or 28, but in public interest, government exempt the GST.
Like vaccine, what it did.
For example,
Yeah.
medicines.
Okay.
Certain medicines like vaccination,
Okay.
corona vaccination,
Yeah.
they have the GST rate of 5%, but in public interest, GST is exempted.
Okay.
Register used by students,
Okay.
they have the GST rate of 12%, but exempt for the students.
Okay.
Certain movies. Have you heard
Hmm.
this line? Government tax free the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It means exempt from GST.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So exempted supplies are those supplies which had some rate, but exempt by government.
Okay.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Exempted supply are those supply which has some rate, but in public interest, exempt by government. But in public interest, exempt by government. What is non-taxable supply? What is non-taxable supply?
Non-taxable. That means the liquor which are not under the purview of
Perfect.
GST.
Which is not under the purview of GST.
That is alcoholic liquor for human consumption.
Perfect, yeah. Perfect. And what is nil rated?
Nil
Whose
rated
rate
are
is
those
0%.
rates are zero.
Whose rate is 0%. Just hold on for 1 minute. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, aggregate turnover means all taxable supply, all exempted supply, export of goods or service. Number fourth, interstate supply having same PAN number but does not include. Number one, CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST. Crux of the matter, taxes is not a part of turnover.
Yes, sir.
And number two, inward supply. Inward supply means purchase.
Hmm.
Inward supply which is covered under RCM. So inward supply which is covered under RCM
They
is
are
not a
excluded.
part of aggregate turnover.
Okay.
What about outward supply under RCM? Is a part of aggregated turnover.
Okay.
Law says inward supply under RCM is not a part of aggregate turnover. Yes, logical. We are
Yes,
talking
sir.
about turnover. Turnover means outward supply. Turnover means outward supply.
Yeah.
Am I right now?
Yes, sir.
Turnover never include inward supply.
Hmm.
Turnover means
Yes.
outward supply, sales.
Yeah.
Sales may be of taxable supply, sales may be of exempted supply, it may be in the nature of goods or service, it may be interstate supply having same PAN number, but does not include number one tax element, but does not include number two purchases.
Yes, sir.
Now, example 3. Let us say Karnataka. State is Karnataka. 75 lakh or 150 lakh?
150.
150. We are checking in 23-24 eligibility. We have to check the turnover of
22-23 FY.
Last year, you have sold
Yeah.
taxable supply 80 lakh. Value of exempted supply last year, you made for 90 lakh. Total 170
170.
lakh. You want to opt for composite scheme in current year.
Not eligible
Not eligible. Why?
because it exceeds 150.
Aggregate turnover कितनी है?
170.
Aggregate turnover includes taxable supply.
Yeah.
Aggregate turnover include
Yeah.
exempted supply. So as aggregate turnover exceeds 150 lakh, he cannot opt for.
Composition scheme 1.
Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Example 4. Let us say Meghalaya. Meghalaya is
75 lakhs.
75 lakhs. We are checking in financial year.
23-24.
We have to check the turnover of
22-23.
value of taxable supply 30 lakh. Value of non-taxable supply. Non-taxable means not chargeable to GST.
Hmm.
35 lakh. Inward supply. Inward supply means purchase under RCM 10 lakh. Do one thing 40. This one is 40 lakh. Value of taxable supply 30. Value of non-taxable supply 40. Inward supply under RCM 10. Total comes to 80. Can I opt composite scheme?
Yeah, because this RCM is to be excluded from that.
Good.
Yeah.
This is a part of aggregate turnover. This is
Yeah.
a part of aggregate turnover. But inward supply under RCM is not a part of aggregate turnover. So my aggregate turnover is
They are 70 lakhs actually.
so he can opt for composite scheme 1. I hope you are getting the issue.
Yes, sir.
Example 5. I am checking in financial year 23-24. State is Punjab. Punjab is
150.
150. Last year, value of taxable supply 1 crore 40 lakh. GST 12%. 168.
Yes, sir.
No, 16 lakh 80,000.
Hmm.
1 crore 40 lakh 12% is
16 lakh 80,000.
it comes to 1 crore 56 lakh 80,000.
Still is eligible.
Without GST below 150 lakh. After GST it exceeds 150 lakh. Can
Yeah.
I opt for composite scheme?
Yeah. Because GST is to be excluded.
Perfect. Aggregate turnover is
1,40,000.
1 crore 40 lakh. This is a part of aggregate turnover. GST is not a part of aggregate turnover.
Yeah.
So he can opt for
Composition scheme 1.
composition scheme 1. Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
My question to you.
Yeah.
Suppose I am from Delhi.
Yeah.
And I started my business in 23-24 only.
Okay.
First year of business.
Yeah.
No past year data is available. I want
Okay.
to opt composite scheme. Can I do so?
Definitely. But the moment it crosses 75 or 150, you will be brought into the regular scheme.
Answer is last year turnover.
Nothing is there.
Nil.
Nil.
And nil is less than 150 or 75 as the case may be.
Correct.
Nil is less than 75 or 150 as the case may be. It means
Correct.
he can opt for composite scheme. So in the first year of business, assessee shall always have the option to opt for composite scheme.
Yeah.
In the first year of business, assessee shall always have the option to opt for composite scheme. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now listen me carefully. Example number 7.
6.
Yes, 6 is this
Or
now.
7. 7. Okay.
7.
Yeah.
Suppose Big Bazaar has 2 outlets. One in Delhi, another in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Delhi aggregate turnover 90 lakh. Rajasthan aggregate turnover 120 lakh. Registration state one registration is mandatory.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So
Sir.
Big Bazaar in my example has 2 different registration but same PAN number.
Yeah.
Aggregate turnover of each state separately taken into consideration or aggregate turnover of entire India shall be taken into consideration. My main question to you,
Yeah.
aggregate
Yeah.
turnover of each state separately is taken into consideration or aggregate turnover of entire India on same PAN number shall be taken into consideration.
Entire India.
Answer is yes.
Okay.
Aggregate turnover of entire India on
Same
same
PAN
PAN
number.
number shall be taken into consideration. So can he opt the composite scheme
No.
to aggregate turnover 90 lakh plus 120 lakh? Are you comfortable with the writing now?
Yeah. 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 Very, very max. Yeah.
So aggregate turnover 210.
Yeah.
He cannot opt composite scheme at all. He cannot opt composite scheme at all. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now
Clear,
take
sir.
another example.
Hmm.
Have you written?
8. Yeah.
Example number
8.
8. Take it otherwise. Let us say X Limited has 2 outlets. One in Delhi, another in Punjab. Both state belong to 150 lakh. Here
Yeah.
aggregate turnover 60 lakh. Here aggregate turnover 75 lakh. 70 lakh.
Okay.
2 different registration with same PAN number.
Yes.
Now the issue is that my total aggregate turnover
130.
am I eligible for composition scheme?
Yes.
Now listen me carefully. I want to opt composite scheme for Delhi but not for Punjab. Can I do so? My first
Mm,
question, am I eligible for composite scheme? Answer is yes.
yeah.
Both states belongs to 150 lakh category. Both state belongs to 150 lakh category and my turnover is less than 150 lakh. I am eligible for composite scheme 1. But the issue is that I want to opt composite scheme for one state, let us say Delhi, and normal scheme for another state, let us say Punjab. Can I do though?
Same PAN number may not be possible.
Perfect. Same PAN
Hmm.
number is not allowed. If you want to opt composite scheme, you have to opt composite scheme for 2 outlets. If you don't want to opt composite scheme, then it would be applicable for all businesses. Simultaneously, 2 schemes are not allowed.
Okay.
So if you want to opt composite scheme for Delhi business, you will have to opt composite scheme for Punjab also.
Okay.
Simultaneously, 2 schemes are not allowed.
Okay, sir.
Take.
Yes, sir.
Listen me carefully. The next question.
Hmm.
If all outlet is in 150 lakh state, like in my example, no
Yeah.
problem would arise. We will
Yeah.
consider 150 lakh. If all outlets in 8 special category state, no problem would arise. How much turnover would be considered?
75 lakhs.
75 lakh. My question to you, if one outlet is in 150 lakh state,
Hmm.
example number 9.
9.
Let us say if one outlet is in Delhi
Hmm.
and another outlet is in Sikkim. Delhi turnover is 60 lakh. Sikkim turnover is 40 lakh. My total aggregate turnover is
100 lakhs.
Are you considering the facts what I'm trying to telling you?
Yeah, I got your point, sir. Got your point.
If all outlets belongs to 150 lakh category state, then we will consider 150. If all
Correct.
outlets lying in 8 states, then we will considering 75 lakh. What
Yeah.
if one outlet is in 150 category and another outlet is in 75 category? So 75 would be considered or 150
Mm. But
or
in this
2
case,
or
see,
75 plus 150, 225.
hmm, I think 75 plus 150, 225 appears to be the right answer.
If any of the outlet is in 8 special category state,
Yeah.
then 75 lakh turnover shall be taken into consideration.
Okay. Okay.
If you have multiple outlet in different state, if
Okay.
any outlet is lying in special category state, 8 state is known as special category state, then aggregate turnover of 75 lakh shall be taken into consideration. What does it
Okay.
mean? He cannot opt for,
Composition scheme 1.
they will have to follow normal scheme for both businesses, for Delhi as well as Sikkim.
Okay.
So listen me carefully again. If all
Yeah.
outlets lying in 150 lakh category state, turnover of 150 lakh consider. If all outlet lying in 8 special category state, then 75 lakh turnover shall be taken into consideration. If one outlet lying in 150, another outlet lying in 75 lakh, then
75 lakhs only should be considered.
75 lakh shall be taken into consideration.
Consider. Yeah.
So in this example, 75 lakhs shall be taken into consideration as aggregate turnover exceeds 75 lakh composite scheme. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now another issue, example 10. This one is 1st April 2023. This one is last year. Last year means 22 days. And
22,
this one is
23.
current year. Current year is 23-24. Let us say state is Delhi. My last year aggregate turnover 140 lakh. Can I opt for composite scheme?
Yes.
Yes, I can opt for composite scheme. I had opted for composite scheme and my current year turnover goes to 200 lakh. My question to you, in case of current year, entire turnover would be considered under composition scheme, or in current year also 150 lakh or 75 lakh is considered in composition scheme.
No, entire ETO will be out of composition scheme.
Entire 200 is considered in composition.
Outside composition, sir.
No, no, listen me carefully. Listen me
Yeah.
carefully. My first question, am I eligible for composition scheme?
No.
Yes, last year
No.
turnover. You have to check last year turnover, na?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You have to check last year turnover. So
Right.
yes,
Right.
he is eligible for
Yeah.
composition scheme.
Yeah.
His last year turnover does not exceed 150 lakh.
Yeah.
He opted for composite scheme.
Right.
Now the question is that entire 200 lakh would be considered under composition scheme or only 150 lakh? क्या करंट
No.
ईयर के भी 150 लाख ही कंपोजिशन में
Got
रहेंगे?
it. Got it. Only 150 lakh maximum only should be taken.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you have to segregate up to 150 lakh covered under composition scheme. Above 150 lakh, you have to follow normal scheme. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Just write it down.
Yeah.
And one more thing, if you want to write regarding next year 24-25, can he opt
Yes.
composite scheme?
No, you can't.
Why?
More than 200 lakhs.
Perfect. More than 150.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
in
more than
next
150.
year, he cannot opt composite scheme. So what I am trying to telling you in this example, last year turnover is 140 lakh. Therefore, he is eligible for composition scheme and he opted for composition scheme. But in current year, his total turnover is 200 lakh. Can entire 200 lakh is considered under composition scheme? Law says no. Up to 150 lakh would be covered under composition scheme. Over and above, normal scheme provision shall apply. Over and above, normal scheme provision shall apply.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
So another example for you. Example number 11. Understand with the help of diagram. Let us say this one is current year, 1st April 2023.
Yeah.
Last year is 22-23.
Yeah.
This one is your current year, 31st March 2024. And this one is 24-25. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
State is Tripura. This year turnover is 50 lakh. This year turnover is 90 lakh. And this year turnover is 40 lakh. Go slowly. First, you have to start with the 23-24. We are checking for 23-24. Is he eligible for? This one is 90
Yes.
lakh. Huh?
Yes, he is eligible.
Yes, he is eligible for composition
CF.
scheme 1. He opted for composition scheme 1. He opted for composition scheme 1. Now, entire 90 lakh would be considered.
75 lakhs he has to pay under CS1 and 15 lakhs in the normal process.
Perfect. And 15 lakh under normal scheme. And what about next year?
He is not eligible.
You have to check the turnover of last year. He is
not eligible.
Not eligible for composition scheme 1. Entire 40 lakh would be covered under normal scheme.
But for 25-26 he will be eligible.
Perfect. For 25-26 you will be eligible.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I move on?
Yeah.
Now, important concept. Following person cannot opt for composition scheme 1. There is a negative list given in law who cannot opt for composite scheme. Number one, if last year turnover exceeds 150 lakh or 75 lakh, as the case may be.
Yeah.
Number one, if last year aggregate turnover exceeds 150 lakh or 75 lakh, as the
Case may be.
case may be.
Yeah.
Number two, a service provider cannot opt for composition scheme. A service provider cannot opt for composite scheme 1. For service provider, we have composition scheme 2. Are you with me?
Yeah.
A service provider other than restaurant and catering service. What does it mean? What does it mean? Restaurant and catering service would be covered under composition scheme 1.
Yeah, exactly.
All other services like CA in practice, CS in practice, coaching, any other services by whatever name called would be covered under composition scheme 2. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So can I say that composition scheme is applicable? Number one, for all type of goods. Number two, for only one service. That one is restaurant and catering service. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remaining all services would be covered under composition
CS2.
scheme 2. So composition scheme 1 is applicable. Number one, for all type of goods. Number two, for only one service. That one is restaurant and catering service. Number third, a non-resident taxable person cannot opt for composite scheme. They will have to follow normal scheme.
Normal.
NRTP, non-resident taxable person. NRTP. I just let you know the meaning of NRTP. A non-resident who is participating for few days in any business exhibition. A non-resident who is participating in any exhibition in India for 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months. Such person is known as NRTP.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
NRTP will have to follow normal scheme. If Indian party participate in trade fair, he is known as
Resident person.
And NRTP, sir.
casual taxable person.
Yes.
If foreigner participate in trade fair, he will be treated as NRTP. If Indian party participate in trade fair, he will be treated as a casual
Casual
taxable person.
taxable person.
If foreigner participate in treated as NRTP, Indian party participate, they are treated as casual taxable person. Both have to follow normal scheme. They cannot opt for composite scheme. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Fifth, who cannot opt for composite scheme? Person exclusively engaged in supply of, yes, को ऐसे लिख लो, person exclusively engaged in non-taxable supply. Exclusively, highlight the word exclusively. And what is non-taxable supply? Outside the preview of GST. Example, liquor. Example, petrol. Scenario 1. Situation 1. Wine shop exclusively deals in wine shop exclusively deals in liquor.
Yes, sir. Liquor.
ठेका दारू का ठेका.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wine shop exclusively deals in liquor. They cannot opt composite scheme. In fact, no need to opt composite scheme. They are outside the preview of GST.
सर ये कंपोजिट स्कीम 1 है सर, दे कैन नॉट
Anji,
1.
Anji. Although their turnover would be included in aggregate turnover.
ATO.
Although their turnover would be included in aggregate turnover, but they cannot opt for composite scheme. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Scenario
sir.
2. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Scenario 2. Restaurant with bar. Have you seen this concept, heard this concept? Restaurant with bar.
हाँ जी, रेस्टोरेंट के साथ बार भी इसमें इंक्लूड होता है सर.
Now, he is not exclusively engaged in service of wine. Here, services, two type of services are involved, restaurant and bar.
बार.
So he want to opt composite scheme. Can he do so?
Yes, he can.
Can he
Yes,
do
sir.
so?
Yes, sir, he can do so.
Yes. Clear?
So you can opt for the scheme provided his restaurant income does not exceed 75 or 150,
Or 150 as the case may be.
as the case may be. Okay, sir.
Good. Next, who cannot opt composite scheme? Person who supply goods through ECO. Point number 6. Person who supply through ECO. ECO means electronic commerce operator. Flipkart, Amazon, Zomato, Swiggy. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Person who supply goods through ECO. Person who supply goods through ECO is not eligible for composition scheme. Both goods or restaurant service. Person who made supply through ECO, in case of goods, we have Flipkart, Amazon. In case of restaurant service, we have Swiggy, Zomato. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. That means a person may be having around 50 lakh turnover only, but he is listed on Amazon, he will not be eligible for.
Perfect. Marvelous interpretation.
Yeah. Okay.
If any shopkeeper, if any supplier is registered with Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, Swiggy, he is not eligible for composition scheme.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Fine. Seventh most important. If person made interstate outward supply, this one is the most draconian law. Interstate outward supply. He cannot made the sale to another state. Can he made the
No.
purchase?
He can make.
He can made the interstate purchase, but he cannot made the interstate sale. Crux of the matter, he cannot work with ECO. He cannot made any interstate sale. Can I say that now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Composition supplier cannot work with ECO. Composition supplier has to restrict its activity within same state.
Yeah.
He cannot made a sale to another state, even of a single rupee. If he made
Right.
sale to another state, he will have to follow the normal scheme. Under
Scheme.
composition scheme, he cannot made a single rupee sale to another state.
Okay, sir.
Interstate purchases are allowed. Interstate sale is not allowed. Write it down.
Yes.
Interstate purchases are allowed, but interstate sale is not allowed. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I move on?
Yeah.
Eighth and last. Manufacturer cannot opt for composite scheme. Manufacturer of following goods cannot opt for composite scheme. We have 8 type of goods. Ice cream and edible oils. Ice cream and edible oils. Number 2, pan masala. Number 3, aerated water. Pepsi, Coke, soda. Number 4, tobacco product. Number 4, fly ash, ASH,
Number 5, sir. Yeah.
bricks. Sorry,
Number 5 it is. Yeah.
number 5.
Yeah.
Fly ash bricks or blocks. Number 6, building bricks, bricks used in building or blocks. Number 7th, bricks of fossil meal. अमन नाम याद कर लियो बेटा, इनके कुछ होते होंगे ये,
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
आधे तो नाम मुझे नहीं पता ये क्या चीजें।
तो ब्रिक्स ऑफ फॉसिल क्या है?
मील,
मील।
MEAL, मील, फॉसिल मील।
ओके सर।
लास्ट, अर्थिंग और रूफिंग tiles. Manufacturer of these 8 goods cannot opt for composite scheme. Manufacturer of these 8 goods cannot opt for composite scheme. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the whole list of person who cannot opt for composite scheme. Revises again. Number 1, big SSC whose last year turnover exceeds 150 lakh or 75 lakh as the case may be. Number 2, any service provider other than restaurant and catering service, as for service provider there is composition scheme 2. Composition scheme 1 is applicable for all goods, and number 2 only for one service, that one is restaurant and catering service. Number 3rd and 4th, non-resident taxable person and casual taxable person, as they are doing business occasionally for a shorter period, they will have to follow normal scheme. They cannot follow the composition scheme. Next beta, person exclusively engaged in non-taxable supply. Next, person who works with ECO cannot opt composition scheme. Next, person who made interstate outward supply, he cannot opt composition scheme. 8th, manufacturer of these 8 items cannot opt for composite scheme.
Sir, what is the meaning of this building brick and blocks made of fly ash only or anything else?
Sorry,
Building bricks and blocks.
building bricks, normal ईंटें
Yeah,
used
normal
in
thing is
construction of building,
normal thing is covered.
and block means a big size brick,
हाँ
2
जी
by
हाँ
3
जी, वो
2
ब्लॉक्स
by 3.
ब्लॉक्स होते हैं सर। हाँ जी हाँ जी। फ्लाई ऐश सर, फ्लाई ऐश का मतलब क्या है? फ्लाई ऐश
Fly ash कुछ होता होगा बेटा, literally I don't know. Search from net.
और फॉसिल व्हील का भी मतलब सर आप कह रहे थे देख लेना।
कुछ होता होगा बेटा, मुझे आइडिया नहीं है। ईंटों
अच्छा
की
सर,
वैरायटी
ठीक
होंगी
है।
ना यार ये।
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी, ठीक है जी, ठीक है।
चलो क्वेश्चन ध्यान से सुनो। टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ आइसक्रीम या टोबैको। मदर डेयरी और वाडीलाल इज द मैन्युफैक्चरर। मदर डेयरी आइसक्रीम या वाडीलाल?
Okay, sir.
Manufacturer sold ice cream to distributor. Manufacturer sold ice cream to distributor, distributor to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and retailer to ultimate consumer. All person cannot opt composite scheme or only manufacturer?
All, sir.
All
Sir,
person cannot opt for composition scheme or only manufacturer?
Only manufacturer.
sir, only manufacturer, sir.
So he
Manufacturer for
cannot opt composite scheme.
Manufacturer.
distributor can opt na
Distributor, wholesaler, retailer can
opt.
for composite scheme. Distributor, wholesaler, retailer can opt for composition scheme. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, most important phase, another phase, what is the tax rate? What is composite tax rate under scheme 1? Composite tax rate under scheme 1. Any idea?
Sir, 1%.
Restaurant and catering service,
Tax rate.
5% of total supply. Total, whether taxable or exempt. Manufacturer of goods, 1% of total supply, whether taxable or exempt. And other supplier, it may be wholesaler, trader, retailer, 1% of taxable supply. Total, here it is taxable and here total. In case of restaurant and catering service, rate is 5% of total supply, whether taxable or exempt. In case of manufacturer of goods, 1% of total supply. Total, whether taxable or exempt. Other supplier, like wholesaler, retailer, trader, 1% of taxable supply. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Important note, most important note. If composition supplier made inward supply purchases, which is covered under RCM. Composition supplier made inward supply, which is covered under RCM, is liable to pay tax at special rate or normal rate. Are you with me?
Special rate.
Special rate means 5%, 1%, as the case may be. Special rate 5 or 1, as the case may be, or normal rate 5, 12, 18 or 28.
The normal rate.
Normal rate. Crux of the
Now,
matter. Above mentioned tax rate is applicable for outward supply.
ये नीचे जो है या ఇప్పుడు
These
నువ్వు
rates are applicable for outward supply. These rates are not applicable in case of RCM. We'll explain with the help of example. लिख लिया?
Yes, sir.
Shall I move on?
Yeah.
Next. Example. Example number?
One.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A manufacturer of Delhi opted for composition scheme under section 10(1) for financial year 23-24. Provide the following information. He has opted for composition scheme 1 and he is the manufacturer. Am I clear?
Yes.
Number 1. Supply of product A, rupee 20 lakh. Tax rate 12%. Supply of product B. During the year, he made sale of product A 20 lakh, tax rate 12%. Supply of product B rupee 35 lakh. Tax rate, let us say 18%. He also supply product C rupee 10 lakh, which is nil rated. Nil rated मतलब 0%. Whose rate is 0 itself? Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
During the year, he avail services of advocate worth rupee 5 lakh. GST 18%. Such services are covered under RCM. You know na, advocate services are covered under RCM.
Yes, sir.
Recipient will pay GST. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now compute tax liability of manufacturer. Remember he is manufacturer and opt for composition scheme. Remember he is manufacturer and opt for composition scheme. As time is running out, I will do it for you. You just have to follow the instruction. Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Now, my question to you, whether A would be chargeable to composite tax or not?
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, with a rate of 1%, not with a rate of 12%. Manufacturer tax rate is
1%.
1%. So A would be chargeable at the rate of 1%. Whether V would be chargeable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, with the rate of
1%.
1%.
Yeah.
Whether C would be chargeable, nil rated, chargeable to composite tax or not?
It will be.
Chargeable to composite tax or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Exempt is
C would
also
also be
included.
chargeable. C would also be chargeable in case of manufacture. Total outward supply shall be taken into consideration. So it is also chargeable with the rate of 1%. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
And what about RCM liability? Composition supplier will pay GST with the rate of 1% or normal rate?
Normal rate, 18%.
Normal. normal rate. So write down the solution. Computation of GST liability of a manufacturer. Number one, supply of product A. How much rupee?
20 lakhs.
20 lakh. Supply of product B.
35 lakhs.
30.
5 lakhs.
Supply of product C.
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs. So total supply, taxable
60,
plus exempt,
65 lakhs.
so GST liability, what is the rate applicable on manufacturer?
1%.
Composite GST liability. How much?
65,000.
65,000. Now, services from advocate, RCM.
Yes, sir.
Services avail from advocate, that is RCM. How much?
5 lakh into 18%.
5 lakh. इसकी GST liability, special rate or normal rate?
Normal rate.
RCM shall be discharged through normal rate. 90,000.
Yeah.
So total liability
1,55,000.
65 plus 90, 155. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Aman, Sanjay,
Yes, sir.
say yes or no, my child.
Sir, yes.
समझ आ गया बेटा?
हाँ जी.
आउटवर्ड सप्लाई पे स्पेशल रेट, आरसीएम नॉर्मल रेट. For better understanding, what would be your answer if instead of manufacturer supplier is trader? क्या फर्क पड़ेगा बेटा? What would be your answer in above example if supplier is a trader?
सर टैक्सेबल 1% लगेगा टैक्सेबल सप्लाई का.
Product C will not be
Exempted
included,
पे,
sir.
nil rated पे नहीं लगेगा.
नहीं
बहुत
लगेगा.
बढ़िया. Sold completely बेटा. Solve the complete. So, supply of product A, how much? ₹20 lakh. Supply of product B, how much? 35 lakh. Supply of product C, Aman. Nil. Trader is not liable to pay tax on exempted supply, nil rated supply. Trader is not liable to pay tax on exempted supply or nil rated supply. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So total supply 55 lakh.
Yeah.
Composite tax liability
वैल्यू.
hmm?
1% of taxable value.
55,000.
हाँ जी, पता है.
and services under RCM. RCM services 5 लाख, उसका टैक्स नॉर्मल। RCM services 5 lakh, tax liability 18% 90,000, तो total tax liability
145.
am I clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is the whole crux of composition scheme 1 from my side. Any query from your side?
Nothing from my side.
Shall I move on? So make
Yeah.
it fast.
Yes, sir.
Composite scheme 2. What is the section? Ten to A. Applicability. Applicable on whom?
Services.
Pure service provider other than
Restaurant and catering.
why? Perfect.
Section 10 to
Pure service provider whose aggregate turnover in immediate preceding financial year does not exceed 50 lakh. Here turnover of 50 lakh shall be taken into consideration. In case of composition 1, 150 lakh or 75 lakh. In case of composition 2, 50 lakh turnover shall be taken into consideration. And 50 lakh for entire India, even for 8 category state or another states. Always 50 lakh shall be taken into consideration. तो आप प्योर सर्विस प्रोवाइडर अदर देन रेस्टोरेंट एंड कैटरिंग सर्विस whose aggregate turnover in immediate preceding financial year does not exceed 50 lakh, he can opt for composite scheme in composite scheme 2 in current financial year. So here turnover of 50 lakh is taken into consideration instead of 150 or 75 lakh. Am I clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Here tax rate. Any idea? 6%.
सर ये फाइनेंशियल ईयर से आगे क्या लिखा है सर? कैलेंडर ईयर
Whose aggregate turnover in immediate preceding financial year. Whose aggregate turnover in immediate preceding financial year does not exceed 50 lakh. He can opt for composite scheme 2 in current financial year.
ठीक है सर, ओके.
Clear? Tax rate है इसका
Yes.
6%. And remaining provision of composition scheme 1 shall apply as it is. Remaining provision of composition scheme 1 shall apply as it is. Like he cannot work with ECO, like he cannot make interstate outward supply. If he is NRT pure casual taxable person, he cannot opt for composite scheme. Are you able to understand? Shanta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So remaining provision of composition scheme 1 shall apply as it is. Mutatis mutandis. Have you heard this word?
8 parameters.
As it is. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So write down 2 or 3 advantages of composition scheme. Theoretical question. Advantage of composition scheme. Number 1, no need to maintain detailed books of account as ITC is not available.
Yes, sir. No need to maintain.
No need to maintain detailed books of account. Second, quarterly payment of tax. In case of normal scheme, you are required monthly tax. In case of normal scheme, tax liability arises on monthly basis. But in case of composition scheme, quarterly payment of tax. Any idea on due date?
20th of
18th
quarter
of
end.
next quarter. 18th. For April, May, June, 18th July. July, August, September, 18th of October. October, November, December, 18th of January. January, February, March, 18th of April. Under normal scheme, you will have to pay tax monthly. But under composition scheme, you can pay tax quarterly. 18th of next quarter. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, no need to file. No need to file monthly GSTR1 and GSTR3B. GST return monthly. He has to file return annually. He has to file return annually. In case of normal scheme, monthly GSTR1 and monthly GSTR3B, it means 12 GSTR1 and 12 GSTR3B in a year is required to be filed. 12 plus 12, 24. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But composition supplier has to file only one return annually. One return annually. So legal compliances is lesser as comparison to normal scheme.
Yes, sir. क्योंकि एक साल में सर भरना पड़ रहा है, कोई मेंटेन नहीं करने पड़ रहे अकाउंट,
कोई
क्वार्टरली
बुक्स ऑफ
पेमेंट
अकाउंट
जाती है,
मेंटेन नहीं करने, टैक्स क्वार्टरली,
क्वार्टरली
रिटर्न
जा रहा है,
एनुअली.
रिटर्न एनुअली भरी जा रही है.
These are the advantages. Fourth advantage, lesser rate of tax as compared to normal scheme. Only 1%. 1%, 5%, 6% as the case may be. Lesser rate of GST as compared to normal scheme. Lesser rate of GST as compared to normal scheme. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
ये तो है बेटा आपका एडवांटेज. ड्रॉबैक्स क्या है? ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ कंपोजिशन स्कीम. Any idea? Number one drawback.
ITC is not available.
At all.
Input tax credit is not available at all.
ITC नहीं मिलेगा. Number 2, entire tax shall be paid in cash out of own pocket. Composition supplier cannot recover tax from buyer. Composition supplier cannot recover tax from buyer. This one is the second drawback. Entire tax shall be paid in cash and out of own pocket. Entire tax shall be paid in cash and out of own pocket. He cannot recover tax from buyer. He cannot recover tax from buyer. सुन रहे हैं?
Yes, sir.
Third drawback. He cannot work with ECO.
Hmm.
He cannot work with electronic commerce operator. Clear? State outward supply. This is the whole crux of composition scheme chapter. One question is confirmed from this chapter. Any query?
No, sir.
Any query?
No, sir.
One major amendment is there in composition scheme 1. Might be will came in exam. Major amendment. In composition scheme 1. What is the issue? Suppose I am a mobile dealer dealing in goods. Mobile is goods, na? Suppose
sir.
I am a mobile dealer dealing in mobile. Mobile is goods.
Yeah.
I had opted for composition scheme 1. Besides selling the mobile, I am also engaged in repairing of mobile. A little bit portion of repairing of a mobile. Repairing of mobile is a
Service.
service. It would not be covered under composition scheme 1. As far as services are concerned, only restaurant and catering services is covered. And it will not included in composition scheme 2 also. As composition scheme 2 is concerned, it is purely service provider. I am not purely service provider. I am the seller of goods as well as engaged in repairing of mobile. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So अगर कोई डीलर केवल गुड्स बेचेगा, if a dealer sold the goods only, no problem at all, he would be covered under composition scheme 1. If a person engaged in repairing of mobile only, he is not selling the mobile, he is engaged in repairing of mobile only, no problem at all, he would be covered under composition scheme 2. Now the problem arises if a dealer of goods is engaged in some time of supply of services. Can he opt for composition scheme 1 or not? He want to opt for composition scheme 1. Would he be covered under composition scheme 1 or not? अमन समस्या समझ में आ गई? प्रॉब्लम?
Yes, sir.
शांता?
Yes, sir.
So law says a dealer of goods can render reasonable amount of services also under composition scheme 1. Write out this down. A dealer of goods can render reasonable amount of service under composition scheme 1. A dealer of goods can render reasonable amount of service under composition scheme 1. What is reasonable amount of service? Any idea?
10% or 20%?
10% turnover of last year or rupee 5 lakh, whichever is higher. 10% turnover of last year or rupee 5 lakh, whichever is higher. So at present, dealer of goods can render reasonable amount of services also. What is that reasonable amount? 10% of turnover of last year or rupee 5 lakh, whichever is higher. Suppose state is Delhi. Financial year 23-24. You are computing reasonable amount of service. Reasonable amount of service that can be rendered in current year. Reasonable amount of service that can be rendered in current year. Case A, last year aggregate turnover was 40 lakh. So what is reasonable amount of service? Shanta?
4 lakh.
10% of 40 lakh, 4 lakh or 5 lakh, whichever is higher.
Oh, I see. Right, sir. Right. Yeah.
Case
Sorry.
B, aggregate turnover 70 lakh.
7
So
lakhs.
10% of 70 lakh or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. 7 lakh. 150 lakh. Aggregate turnover. So what reasonable amount of service can he render?
15 lakhs.
Any idea?
15 lakh? No.
15 lakh. And what about 180 lakh?
Nil.
Perfect. He cannot opt for composition scheme. As last year turnover exceed the threshold limit. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Just write it down. Last year turnover 10% or rupee 5 lakh, whichever is higher. Up to that extent, he can render services. Still, he would be covered under composition scheme 1. Still, he would be covered under composition scheme 1.
सर डी वाले में सर एक बार
डी वाले में बेटा बाहर हो जाएगा क्योंकि कंपोजिशन स्कीम मिलती ही उनको है जिनकी टर्नओवर 150 लाख तक होती है।
अच्छा ये ऊपर है
हाँ जी,
इसलिए
कंपोजिशन स्कीम 1 मिलती ही उनको है जिनकी मैक्सिमम टर्नओवर 150 लाख होती है
या तो 75
या 75 लाख। 8 स्टेट में 75 लाख।
180
क्लियर? My last question to you. Now, in present scenario, services up to this extent. What is the tax rate of these services? Normal tax rate 18% or special tax rate 1%? Applicable to goods, will applicable to service also, or service rate will be separately charged with his normal rate? Shanta, are you getting my query? What I'm trying to tell you?
Sir? No.
What is the tax rate of these services?
6%, probably applicable to services.
No.
Only 1%.
Actually, it is covered under composition scheme 1, na?
Okay, sir. Okay.
So under composition scheme 1, tax rate is 1%.
Okay.
So all these services would be taxable at the rate of 1%. These reasonable services would be taxable. These reasonable amount of, मैं लिख देता हूँ. These reasonable amount of service would be taxable with the composite tax rate, that is 1%. these reasonable amount of service would be taxable with the composite tax rate that is 1%. So this is the crux of entire chapter position scheme. So we have completed the entire session of 5 days. So is the session fruitful or not?
Sir, it was more than 100% fruitful. In fact, the concept clarity that you brought in, very few people will bring in.
So
So thanks a lot for that.
Thank you very much. If
Thank
you
you.
need soft copy of text like
Yeah.
chapters,
Yeah.
WhatsApp me on this number. I will provide you the soft copy.
Sir, I already sent it. Once again, shall I send it
Again,
across? Sir?
send it, but actually daily 150 to 200 WhatsApp number are there.
Yeah, right, sir.
Not
Right,
my
sir.
fault.
सर ये 98 183 30 332
98 185 60 332 98185 60332 इवनिंग में कर देना बेटा, बिटवीन 8:30 to 9:30 उस टाइम मैं फ्री होता हूँ. अभी मुझे जल्दी रहेगी ऑफिस जाने की,
ठीक है सर.
मैं देख नहीं पाऊंगा और इवनिंग में फिर वो दब जाएगा, नीचे पहुंच जाएगा.
सर जो ये आपने ये जो सर आपने नोट्स अभी लिखे हैं सर ये मिल जाएंगे सर.
ये वाले तो नहीं मिलेंगे, मैं अलग से अपनी सॉफ्ट कॉपी दूंगा जो मैं पढ़ाता हूँ ना नॉर्मल 300 आवर्स के लेक्चर होते हैं वो दे दूंगा मैं उसको. उसके प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन कर लेना, पर्पस सोल्व हो जाएगा. ठीक है ना?
Evening 8:29 is the convenient time. Isn't it,
इवनिंग
sir?
बिटवीन 8:30 to 9:30
Okay, sir.
उस टाइम मैं फ्री होऊंगा.
Right,
उस टाइम में मैसेज देख लूंगा. अभी तो
Right.
ऐसा है ना वो फिर दब जाएंगे, मैसेज आएंगे वो इवनिंग तक फिर दब जाएगा, बहुत सारे व्हाट्सएप हो जाएंगे.
Correct, correct.
फाइन.
Yeah, I wish this doubt clearing class should have been there for another few more days, actually.
ओके,
Thank you.
बाय.
शांतनु
Thank you.
शांतनु एक बार आपका नंबर दे दीजिए. हेलो.
हाँ,
वो शांतनु से नंबर लेना था जी.
नंबर क्या?
शांतनु से नंबर लेना था, वो सेंड कर देगा ये जो भी लिखा है थोड़ा बहुत.
शांतनु कौन है भाई?
फिर शांतनु मूर्ति.
Sorry, I couldn't get you because your voice is not clear at all.
शांतनु अपना नंबर एक बार चैट बॉक्स में लिख देना, मुझे नोट डाउन करना है सर. कोई काम पड़ जाए
शांतनु,
सर.
राइट डाउन योर नंबर इन चैट बॉक्स. He is saying your number in chat box.